options. But first, we're going to hit our higher, lower, and Hail Mary, baby.
All right, QBs, obviously, that's where we're going to start. It's worth noting, before you had even made your list, I had checked the Roto Street Journal rankings yesterday. You and the experts don't really disagree on much. As a matter of fact, you go all the way down to Sam Darnold. He's your 15th guy. He's the first guy that you are more than one away from the experts one way or another on. So this is not a list where the Wolf and the expert consensus is super different. This guy, there was a 4 difference on. You've got Darnold as your 15th. That's 4 spots higher than the experts. But that's as big as the discrepancies get on this list.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty lean, efficient QB ranking this week. And really this season, it's been kind of tough to separate and figure out what QBs I want to stake my flag in. I guess it's Darnold this week. Of course, a huge risk to put your flag in there, given he's been 9-16 and 3 points last week against the Giants, got benched. Just absolutely atrocious. You hate to see it. That's why it's like, he's QB 15. Hopefully you don't have to start him, but a lot of people are out there wondering for flyers. He gets Atlanta the 3rd most points allowed to QBs each and every week. We just saw Tua bomb these guys for 4 touchdowns. It's kind of become my higher. It's like a fringe QBs facing the Falcons. That was Tua last week for us. That panned out. Maybe Darnold can get that groove back. He was the number 5 QB in fantasy through the first 3 weeks because of the matchups. This is as juicy of a matchup as you can get. He might be broken at this point. Certainly looks it. But if he's ever going to reframe it, get this thing back on track, it's going to be against the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, the other side of that game, you're taking Matt Ryan against the Panthers as your QB 16, 2 lower than the experts. Again, not much of a discrepancy, but for this week, that's about as good as we're going to get. Why do you like Ryan a little less than the experts?
Yeah, it's just, he's been great these last few weeks. Top 5 PFF grade across his last 3. Fantasy-wise, it seems like this offense is starting to click. Like to see all that, 29, 22, and 18 across his last 3. But the Panthers are a damn good defense. They're allowing the 3rd fewest, I believe, 2 signal calls. Let me scroll down and just double check that. They've risen actually a little bit to be more generous. They're actually in the middle of the pack, 15th. Lately, they've been getting pretty good. But Stephon Gilmore might be back this week. That changes up the secondary completely. If that is the case, I don't know. I don't buy Matt Ryan quite yet. Yes, he's had 3 good weeks in a row, and it seems like, yes, this offense is finding its stride. But early on, that was hideous. 7 points in week 1, 16 against the Giants. I just think I'd rather, if I'm down this low, I'd rather roll the dice and go for Sammy Darnold, go for the rushing touchdowns, and let's see what happens.
Yeah. Hail Mary, Teddy Bridgewater against the Washington football team, 26% rostered. Seems like a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great matchup. It's the best matchup. Nobody's given up more points than the Washington football team this year, 2 quarterbacks, and in the NFL in general. They haven't given up fewer than 24 points in a single game. Hello, welcome back, Jerry Judy. We'll talk about him in a little bit. Fantastic weapons cabinet for Bridgewater, who's had 20 points or more in over half of his starts so far, and now he gets the tastiest matchup of all. I love this matchup for him. I love that all his weapons are going to be on the field. I think Bridgewater is going to smash the Washington football team and is a great streamer. That's the guy that I'm like, do I bench Aaron Rodgers for Bridgewater? I think I'm getting too cute, but man, I'm so goddamn tempted to do it. I'm not gonna. I don't have the stones. I can't do it, but man, I want to. I really fucking want to.
I do think that would fall under the category of too cute. Must watch. We got 2, and they're definitely both must watches. We want to know if Mac Jones can keep climbing. People in this area, and we both live in New England, Massachusetts specifically. Man, they love this guy.
Oh, yeah.
We want to see if he can keep climbing. And the other one, all eyes on Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs, who unexpectedly just suck.
Yeah. It's even less from a fantasy perspective for Pat Mahomes.
No, they're just bad.
What's happening there? Are they going to get it together against the Giants? I mean, talk about a good rebound spot. You should. It's the fucking Giants. But yeah, he's horrible. He's tied with Zach Wilson for the NFL lead in interceptions. That is insane, abysmal. And I don't know why or what's going on. Maybe he's married and that I think they have a kid on the way.
Lesson to all of you: don't get married.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
If you're the best quarterback prospect in the NFL or whatever, don't tie the knot. It'll kill you. Kill your fantasy value.
His brother, Jackson Mahomes, what an absolute loser that kid is. It could be him. Who knows? Either way, the Chiefs suck right now. So we'll see what happens there. Definitely must watch TV. And then Mac Jones, as you said, around here, obviously it's must watch for us Patriots fans. But even still, Yes, it was beautiful to see them put up 54 points. It was against the Jets. I want to see them open this offense up like they did against the Jets, against an actually good defense in the Chargers in a tough-to-win matchup. Can Mac Jones get it done? He looked the part, but again, it was against the Jets. So that's why it's must-watch TVs. Finally, he gets he's had good tests all year, and they've kind of played so conservatively, 4th and 1, kicking it and shit. They finally gave it to him against the Jets. They let him go for these things. Are they going to let that happen against the Chargers? I really can't wait to see what happens.
Hey, real quick before we move on to running backs, we're getting some questions. People panicking because the game's going to be starting soon, and they got some questions about Packers guys were starting, Cobb, etc. We will definitely finish this in plenty of time to get to your questions. Okay, so
we got
watch us for another maybe 15, 20 minutes, and then we're going to make sure we answer everything in the mailbag. We're moving along pretty quickly, so
absolutely about 15 max, 20 more minutes here, 15 more probably. We'll be getting to your questions by 7:50. Nice half hour to hit them all. And as always, there is the option to give us that super chat when we get started if you want a good in-depth one. But we always
don't panic. We'll get to you, I promise.
We've had 100 questions with 30 minutes left, and we've hit them all. So don't worry, guys. I appreciate your concern, but we will get you. We're not here to, just talk and make you listen to us. We want to answer your questions.
But we do love we do love when you listen to us.
We do. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.